This is a set of digital gauges. It measures the pressures in the system, and we can, no matter what type of refrigerant you have in the system, it does 100 different types of refrigerant. And these clamps here, that you clamp these on the pipes, and it gets a temperature reading as well as the pressure reading. So that way we can charge systems by superheat and subcool to get it really precise, so that way the units run at optimum efficiency. Even if it's an older system and we charge it by the superheat or subcool, we can get that system running at the top efficiency that it's allowing. I mean, obviously there's other variables that are included, like ambient air temperature, inside temperature, and then we calculate all that information and get your system to running at the most efficiency that it can handle. And we do that with this gauge. It's a $500 set of gauges. You know, not every technician has this, but it's a mandatory that we use these with Obie. This here is a voltmeter and an amperage meter. We check all the amperages and voltage on the air handler and the condenser of each unit. When a motor is running high amperage, it uses more energy. So, and then we can also diagnose, it helps us diagnose problems in the future. Like your motor could be running, but if it's running high amperage, that's a good sign that it's going to eventually break down. So we using this, we can also determine and, you know, like be able to diagnose, you know, problems down the road.
Okay, on a day-to-day basis, I have a variety of tools here which I use. This here is my multimeter. This is pretty much me extended. It's my eyes, my ears, my everything. And this is a top-of-the-line meter here from Fluke, one of the better companies out there. I believe in buying good tools, give you better results, make you more efficient. This multimeter is when you go to a system, all systems use electric. Test the voltage. If the unit is not working, you need to know why it's not working. Could be something simple as a power outage. So you check your voltage, you check your amp draw, you check for continuity. It pretty much tells you everything you need to know when you're diagnosing any piece of equipment. You have to start with this. Without this, you're pretty much blind in the dark. Then we go here to my trusty laser thermometer. This helped me because sometimes we work in location where we have a high ceiling. Ladder is not the way to go in certain situation. So this I could just point and it would give me a surface temperature of what's going on. So this helped me to tell me if a unit is working properly or is given the correct temperature that the customer would like. So we start out with this thing here. If we're in the AC season, this is pretty much my best friend, a digital gauge. This digital gauge here is my best friend. Should be every tech's best friend. This one is top of the line. You can't get anything else. Once you hook this up to an AC unit, it would tell you everything about that AC unit that you need to know as far as operation-wise, how the freon is moving through the system, make sure it's as efficient as it should be, make sure it's not using more energy than it should. So this would pretty much tell you everything you need to know about an AC unit. It eliminates all the guesswork. It tells you everything you need to know here about your unit. So a digital gauge is the way to go. As I say, it's my best friend. This here is a leak detector, another one of my good friends. With this here, sometime in an AC system, or even with natural gas, this leak detector actually detects every kind of refrigerant there is, and it also detects natural gas. So with this, it helped me out to, sometimes with a system you might have a little leak. This helped me to find that leak. Sometimes you go into a location, you have natural gas leak. This also helped me to find a natural gas leak. So this is another good one of my friend. This here is my carbon detector. When I go into a house, I always turn this thing on, stick it right here in my top pocket, move around, this will let me know exactly what is going on. Because some things you can't see, you can't smell, this would detect everything and let me know. When this thing start beeping, I start looking. So this is another one of my friends. I have a lot of friends here. This is also a leak detector. Sometimes with the AC unit, you can't really find where that leak is coming from. This is just a light, a black light, where you inject this dye here into the system, allow it to run. Sometimes it's a pinhole leak, it will stay there for 2 days and still won't find that leak, but it's leaking. You inject this dye, you give it some time, let it run. You come back with your UV light, with the UV glasses, and this will tell you exactly where that leak is coming from, because you'll find the dye leaking and you have your light to show you where it's coming from. So these are most of my tools that I use on a day-to-day basis. So that's where we stand with this.